JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 2, aka Battle Tendency. Jjba Soji. Zooey mama. This part takes 50 years after Jonathan Joestar sacrifices his life to take Dio down on a burning ship, while his beloved wife Arena Joestar survives while being pregnant with her son and her newborn baby girl. It is now 1938 in America as Arena goes to a New York with his grandson. And our second Joestar, Joseph Joestar. Why the grandson instead of Jonathan's son? Well, they named him George Joestar after Jonathan's father. Meanwhile, Speedwagon is now an oil tycoon building a foundation to protect the world from more supernatural events, like the ones caused by everybody's favorite Dio. We find him in Mexico. They discover the source of the stone mask, and they also discover the trapped but still living human being encased with stone, the Pillarmen. Speedwagon believes that the Pillarmen will come back to life and can cause more chaos greater than Dio. So we ask an old friend of his from the first arc, Trezo, to destroy the Pillarmen before he wakes up by using Hamon, a battle technique, hardest scene, the pure and raw energy of the sun that was also introduced in the first part. Hamon was a technique to take down Dio and vampires that he encountered on his journey. But Hamon has become more advanced and more complicated than it was 50 years ago, which of course Joseph was capable of using at a young age, like it was no big deal. Anyway, Trezo decides to backstab Speedwagon, and instead of using the stone mask in Speedwagon's blood to be Youngstrung and a vampire. To put it basically, he thought Dio was a god of this earth and he wanted to be just like him. He then decides to kill people that are aware or knows about the stone mask. So then he has the eunuch to kill Joseph and Arena. Literally, you realize how advanced in Hamon that Joseph really was, and decides upon his defeat, warn Joseph about the return of the Pillarmen and how they're likely to find him. At the same time, Speedwagon is found in a facility handled by...
Get ready! German medicine is the greatest thing in the world, don't you think? We can do anything!
Are you sure about that? Anyways, they want to know everything about the Pillarmen in order to use their capabilities to benefit their army. In the beginning, the Pillarmen were immortal beings with incredible strength, but they can be easily killed by sunlight. Their kind is wanted to keep to themselves and live their lives in peace. But the main antagonist, Cars, wanted to evolve his kind even further by fusing a stone known as the Red Stone of Jjba with one of the stone masks in order to become immune to sunlight and basically as close to perfection as he can be. His people try to execute Cars in order to maintain their way of life, but he ended up annihilating most of his people, leaving 3 along to follow him: Santana, Walmoon, and AC. More band names. They hear the Red Stone is on another continent, so they leave Santana and the Americans while searching for it in Rome. Since they really couldn't find the stone, they build a hibernation wall that would protect them from the sun, also feeding on the bodies whoever touches them. You got all that? Great. Speedwagon finds the source of the mask, who gave Dio and Trezo power, while also discovering the last survivors of the dead Pillarmen. But the first attempt to stop Santana in Mexico was almost foiled because of the German army, whatever Speedwagon found, to their benefit. Even though they barely escaped, Joseph and Speedwagon are determined to make it to Rome before the next Pillarmen wake up. Along the way, they enlist the help of a familiar family named Caesar Zeppo, whose family has been protecting travelers from finding the Pillarmen wall for reasons: trauma, prevention, the army enlisted to stall the Pillarmen from waking up, then absorbed by the first Pillarman to wake up, because one of the soldiers, a stupid soldier, was dumb enough to look inside a strange hole that randomly and mysterious opened up. It's like you still knew what was gonna happen, but you were still dumb enough to look inside the wall. And now you guys are German mouses in a mousetrap. So our heroes are too late to stop the Pillarmen from waking up, and would have been killed instantly for wielding Hamon abilities if the 3 of them really weren't intrigued by Joseph's proposal, which has to give them some time to get stronger in order to have a worthy fight. 2 of the Pillarmen had planned Joseph of poison that will instantly kill him in 33 days, giving him a short amount of time to get stronger, defeat them, and take the antidote. This then leads our 2 heroes to seek out a powerful Hamon user to train them, and that's where we meet Caesar's former teacher and Trezo's adopted daughter, Lisa, which happens to be the baby that Arena rescued 50 years ago, and she's apparently 50 years old. Wow. To be honest, she's probably Tsunade's sister.
Would it really be all that wrong if I took a peek through the keyhole to check things out? Oh, nice!
and her assistant Susie Q Butler. So they train non-stop, and they finally went out to fight the Pillar Men. Caesar dies.
シーザーの声だ。聞こえたか？シーザーだ。
聞こえたわ。まさかシーザーが。
シーザー!
And Joseph fights the Pillar Men one by one.
My Hamon is running off him like rain off a raincoat. He's somehow repelling it and pushing it into all of this blood. I don't understand it. But seriously, folks, lucky thing I rolled my wrist just in time. The beast's immune to Hamon. Let's see if I can inject some Hamon into his system with something sharp.
Joseph crashes a plane into Cars into a erupting volcano. Joseph gets his hand cut off, and Cars is still alive, so...
The next thing you will say is, oh no, I shouldn't have attacked the special rock you were holding this whole time with my new magic sunlight powers, causing this volcano to erupt and for me to be sent super high up and then grabbed by your arm. I just cut off and then hit by a Yuma rock, sending me into outer space where I'll be frozen and forced to live forever with no way back to Earth. Also,
Cars goes all the way up to space and freezes to death. And JoJo fans still think Cars may be alive and out there. But the person that made JoJo's has claimed that Cars is dead for good. So yeah. So Joseph dies. And everybody goes to his funeral. And everybody thinks Joseph is dead. But he is not. And he surprises the whole thing. This scene is actually pretty light-warming, so I would recommend to go watch this yourself. And Joseph marries Susie Q. And they also made a son and a sister, which is the son being named Jotaro, but we'll talk about him in the next part. And also, Joseph cheated on Susie Q.